Hey, chickadees. Welcome into today's episode of Mojo Mysticism. Today and all week, we're going to pull from the Oracle of the Seven Energies. This deck is by Colette Baron Reed. This was actually the first deck of Colette's that I owned, and I love it. It's still one of my favorites. So if you're into Oracle cards and you collect decks or you have decks and you don't have this one, I would highly recommend this. It's still one of my all-time favorites. And I, as you know, am in it regularly on this channel. So, all right, so let's see. 2 cards have come out already. There's the third. So let's see what the message is that they have for us today. Okay, so this is very interesting. All right, so we have the 3 cards. We start with card number 45. This is Beyond the Ordinary. So this is a crown chakra card. Beyond the Ordinary. Okay. The second card is card number 42. This is a third eye chakra card. This is smoke and mirrors. We see this card a lot. So we see it a lot. Clearly we have a lot to be on the lookout for and to see through to what is actually going on. That's what that card's all about. And Beyond the Ordinary is really about that expansion of who we are into the things that are not seen. So that's what's coming through today. The third card that we got before I go too deep into the reading is a heart chakra card. This is card number 23. This is Healing the Heart. Healing the Heart. So this is very interesting because we have a crown chakra card, a third eye chakra card, and a heart chakra card. Very interesting. It's also 1111 where I'm at. So this reading today is very specific in the spiritual chakras, which are really your heart chakra and above, which are the more spiritual. Your heart's kind of the bridge between the more, I'll just say, kind of human and earth related chakras, and then this more spiritual chakras. So it's interesting that we're hanging out in the spiritual chakras with all 3 of these cards. It's also interesting that they're working backwards. So we're starting with a crown chakra card, going to a third eye, and then going to a heart chakra card. And it's not lost on me. So I have been working over the weekend on the last 2 chapters of Shift, where we are talking about coherence. And specifically, we're talking about heart and mind coherence. So that is activating the thymus gland and the pineal gland in your brain and getting them into a synchronous rhythm, which is called heart coherence, heart-mind coherence specifically. In the Heart Math Institute, it has done a lot of research on this, on what coherence is and how to achieve it. It also, heart-mind coherence is also talked about in many other spiritual traditions, I should say, including the one that I kind of come out of, which is the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. So they talk about coherence between the heart and the mind as well. And so 2 of the cards are heart and mind. And then the first card that we start with, the Beyond the Ordinary, is your crown chakra card. And so really the overarching message, not even getting into the specific card reading just yet, that the guides are giving us is to watch how the activation of your crown chakra is led by the activation of your third eye and your heart chakra. Okay, so that's a just general overall message they want all of us to hear. Okay, so having said that, it sets the stage for looking at what the actual message is for each of us in these 3 cards today. So we're going to start with the order that they came out with the crown chakra card. And what we're being told is to really allow. That's what it is. The whole thing is about allowing. Getting into heart-mind coherence, activating the pineal gland and the thymus gland. And then that puts us in a situation where we can have rather extraordinary spiritual experiences, frankly. And the guides are saying, let's start with the crown chakra and understand kind of what that looks like, what it feels like, how we get there. And I will tell you, in my experience, I have known that my crown chakra was awakened when I felt a tingling at the top of my head. Like I can feel it on my scalp. I can feel it in my hair. I know that the energy is moving and that is activated in addition to my thymus and pineal glands. So if you feel a little vibration or a little tingling in your scalp, that's one of the ways in which you know that chakra and that portal basically has been opened. So our bodies are antennae. So each of our bodies is an antenna. I think that's right. I don't really know if that's right or not, but we are antennas. And so we're activating in today's cards, really activating the spiritual side of the antenna, so that we can not only give, but receive messages. So we can do both. So if you've nerded out like I have on the telepathy tapes, and if you've ever played around with telepathy yourself, you'll know, and you'll end up having experiences where you are the receiver of information, but also the transmitter. And this is what I'm talking about. We are a monopole antenna that is capable of receiving and transmitting. And so we know that we are transmitting and receiving when that crown chakra is tingling or has sometimes it can be a numb sensation too. That's one of the ways in which we know that, hey, like the whole antenna is operating now. So that's the message they want us to have about the crown chakra specifically. And then coming down into the pineal gland chakra, oftentimes what I've found in my experience is that if I get the thymus and the pineal gland going, but they're not quite synced up yet and they're not in coherence, that is, I think this is turning into confession hour. But that is when I will misread the smoke and mirrors around me, that second card. I'll misread it. I'll think I'm in coherence, or I'll think I'm close enough. And I think that, what do they say? Close enough only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. I was going to say hand shoes and horse grenades, but that's not right. But horseshoes and hand grenades. So knowing when you are in true coherence, because otherwise you're kind of playing a game of smoke and mirrors with yourself, frankly. And I know because I've done this so many times, it's embarrassing. So we are always on the lookout for smoke and mirrors and understanding what's really truly going on around us, right? Outside of us. But what the card is telling us today is, hey, when are you in a situation where you're playing, with smoke and mirrors with yourself, which in my case has happened far more often than it has outside of myself. And one of the ways it happens is just like I said, it's misunderstanding and misreading when I am in coherence and when I'm not in coherence. Okay. And then the healing in the heart. This is all about your heart, which is your, obviously your heart chakra, and then the higher heart chakra, which is your thymus gland. And the thymus gland, I was just writing about it this weekend. It is the center for the production of T cells, which is our immune system. Okay. It is larger and far more active when we are younger. And that gland actually shrinks when we hit puberty, and it goes into kind of a watcher mode, right? So it's watching for things like cancer or other things where it may have to kind of come back online a little bit to help out when our immune system needs a boost. But for the most part, it shrinks, and the space, as it's shrinking, it becomes more fatty. And what we're being asked to do today is understand that that when we heal ourselves, right, when we go through that process of self-care and self-love and that healing, we aren't just healing our heart. Okay, we are healing our ability and improving our ability to ward off diseases, right? We're boosting our immune system at the same time. And this is why this card has come to us today, because it literally says healing the heart, right? And when we're healing the heart, we are not just healing from, grief or disappointment or anger or sadness or anything else, heartbreak, just flat out heartbreak. When we are healing that, we are doing both those things. We are healing the heart, yes, but we are also setting ourselves up for better health and better and more longevity in our lives because we're boosting our immune system too. So it's really important today that we understand that we take care of our heart, we heal it of the things that it's suffering under, or whatever that may be for you, that we understand that the smoke and mirrors card isn't just about stuff going on around us, but it's about the tricks we play on ourselves in our own minds. And that once we can kind of get over the hump of those two big things, we heal our heart, we're not playing tricks in our mind, and we've got those two glands in coherence, that heart chakra and the third eye chakra, that's when that crown chakra opens up. And that's when we can have all kinds of really beautiful, loving, compassionate, and very profoundly moving experiences with spirit. And that's the message that they want us to have today. So I hope that resonates with you. Please tell me in the comments how it's resonated with you. If it has, tell me if I'm full of shit. I don't care. I just want to hear from you. But and if you've seen some of these, it had some similar experiences to what I've described, I really want to know. And also if you've had other experiences, I want to know those too, because I think, it's important that we talk about these things, and it's important that we have a space that we can come to where we can have these conversations and we don't feel weird. And I'm not going to judge you. So I've been through some weird stuff. I'm not going to judge anybody. So, well, maybe I'll judge my dog. That's about it. But yeah, so just tell me what your experience has been as you've experienced these things, like, either being in coherence or being off a little bit, and what that experience looks like for you, and then how it translates into other spiritual experiences when that crown chakra opens. All right, chickadees, that's it for today. I love you. I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you for being part of our community. I really appreciate you, and we will see you back here tomorrow. Mwah.